What do you mean you can't find Richard? There's some people saw him running off on his own. We don't know whether we got him or not. It doesn't really matter whether there's a corpse or not. We're the ones who won and took back Primavera. Not chasing people who run away is a sign of how capable you are. True. There's no need to go out of our way to trace Richard now. We're done playing at war. We'd better hurry up and clean up. I'll leave the rest to you guys. Okay, bye-bye, Alfred. Huh. Someday we'll settle this. Come on, start walking. You're a prisoner after all. Once again, a new group of Primavera leaders would be probably be appointed, with Rose at the top. After that was over and all preparations had been made, John would probably inherit the position of Madam. Good. I'll make sure to carry on your will. And I'll keep pushing forward using my methods, making this city prosper. Well, still, I doubt anyone's going to suddenly accept me as Madam after popping up out of nowhere. That's not true. They'll accept you really soon. After all, you're the one who took down Madame Rose of the evil Primavera, the one who brought so much suffering to the people. Yeah, we gotta fix the misunderstandings of the people of the city. Everyone believes you turned evil and did terrible things. She's okay with it because it will give an excuse for why they'll accept John. We gotta explain to everyone that the organization was taking over and that you did nothing wrong. There's no need for that. Rose. Let her do this, Wayne. Leo. Finally, a heavy burden will be lifted from Rose's shoulders. What are you talking about? I am Madame Rose. The very person who controlled Primavera brought suffering to the people and offered that ordered their money to be taken. After I did that, you rose up and defeated me. That is how the crown of the criminal underworld is passed down. Hey, that's dangerous. Giggles. Rose pointed the barrel of her gun at John. Jean reflexively raised her gun too, but she was at a loss for what to do. She's not going to shoot her. Hey, stop that. It's dangerous, okay? Shoot. No way! Are you scared? Scared of the madam's responsibility? That's not it. If you don't have that, at least this much courage, I'm disappointed in you, John. Are you serious? You guys tell her to stop too. I don't have a clue what's going on. However, no one answered. They just clenched their fists and stared, letting it all happen. Wayne clenched his fist tightly, watching over with tears in his eyes. All these people are witnesses. Witnesses who will spread the word that you took down the evil Madame Rose. When monarchs get old and step down, it's only natural that they'll be clothed in evil and corruption. That's why the new monarch is welcomed with cheers. My grandfather never did something this brutal. That's why you ran away from your heavy burden. Look how long it took before you truly woke up. To save our Japanese countrymen, you don't have even a moment to waste in hesitation. Madame Rose, I won't say anything more. Do you or do you not have the resolve to truly take the name of Madame Jeanne? Now that for the first and last time, we'll confirm that with our guns. Are you serious? Crazy. Jean, our race was a foolish people who treated hesitation as a virtue. Because of the foolish virtue, our ancestors used up all of our time. In future time. Become a strong madam capable of making decisions. Rose. So if you won't shoot, I will. Ugh. So long. Or maybe. I'm counting on you. For the future of our countrymen. For our future countrymen. Oh, I thought I was gonna have to fucking start. After that, 2 shots rang out, crossing each other. Look, I don't think Rose is fucking dead. There's no way that John just fucking domed her and said, "Have a nice day." You haven't found Richard's corpse? Yes, sir. However, there are many who still haven't been identified. He might be among that group. And it looks like we've heard from no one who claims to finish Richard off. However, we have heard from witnesses claiming that he tried to run. Yes, sir. Gabriel gazed at the ceiling, looking bored, and spun his chair around. This year-long revenge drama that he had bet everything on to prepare had suddenly ended so abruptly. Richard's corpse hadn't been found, but it was hard to imagine him escaping the graveyard alive. He had probably been torn up by machine guns, mixed in with unidentified corpses, and was laying in some morgue now. Yeah, you'd think. Or he could have miraculously escaped the graveyard and gone into hiding somewhere. By now, he was just a lone loser, without any money or power. Eventually, he would be swallowed up by the darkness of the criminal underworld, and would probably die a dog's death, but... To be honest, he hadn't thought the end would be this boring. Well, yeah, because I got fucking clapped. So revenge is empty, is it? It was a phrase from an old tale that discussed revenge to a wearying degree. To think that the resolution I gained after throwing away everything I've built up until now would be so trite. I guess I feel tired, Liz. What does this mean that your revenge hasn't been fulfilled yet? Tokyo is still filled with evil that must be brought to justice. I was sure that when I saw Richard's dead face, I'd give a toast and lower the curtain on this life. But perhaps it'd be interesting to use that remains of this life to stain this land red with blood. Gabriel lifted his empty wine glass and grumbled vaguely. At signs like this, he felt like complaining to Butler. He had sent Butler and the others out, telling them to find Richard's corpse no matter the cost. However, it wasn't back at this time. If he wasn't back at this time of day, there was probably no hope. There was no way he had found Richard. I'll tell Phil to return. Might as well let Phil have some alcohol every now and then. Yes, so generous. Tonight I'd like to hear his sarcasm, just like the salami that's a bit spicy. He had planned to say this with a grin on his face, but all that came was a smile so frivolous that it annoyed even himself. Hello? He heard a quiet knock. He gave the person permission to enter. He didn't care who it was. He'd tell them to summon Phil back here. Oh. Long time no see. Why are you here? Major, it was you who, Stella and Yuji. For some reason, Richard knew everything. He knew that Gabriel was the enemy the two of them had been seeking. However, he might not have been fully able to accept it, so after learning the truth, Richard's tone seemed as full of hesitation and fatigue as it was filled with vengeful grudge. However, Gabriel's face turned into a happy smile at once. The man who had looked so dazed that he couldn't see Richard's dead face smiled when he learned that Richard was alive. It's not over yet. He wasn't smiling because of Richard. It was because he had been given such an encore on a stage which had finally had ended with when the curtains had lowered. Fuck. English. You had Yuji and Stella killed. And yet you acted as though you felt pity. even going to their funeral. When you did things to console me, were you really mocking me, sticking your tongue out inside your heart? How much do you know? I see. It was Phil, wasn't it? Butler had probably sheltered Richard. Then he must have told Richard all the truth, giving him the chance to seek revenge. But I don't understand, Phil. Why would you suddenly do something like that? Only now. You'd be very aware by now how meaningless it is to disobey me. I cannot forgive you. What a trite line, but part of me envies you. Because God didn't even give me a chance to face off against my hated foe. While trying to act calm, he gently pushed the emergency alarm switch on the table, but there was no response. Damn it, Phil, you pretended to be powerless, but at some time or another, you set something up like this. You killed Stella and Yuji. Now, learn the cost of that, and keep taking me a fool for so long, keeping me a fool. Oh, shit. Oh, shit! A drop of panic across on Gabriel's face, something that hadn't happened for more than a decade. The barrel of Richard's gun slowly pointed towards Gabriel. The instant Gabriel dove behind the desk, Richard's gun spat fire. Nice. One or both of them are gonna die. Good. I'm here for it. End it. The documents on the desk were torn apart and scattered. To those two trading bullets in this cramped office, time seemed to move incredibly slowly. So the pure white scattered fragments of paper must surely have looked like the feathers of a descending angel. You can't touch me, you little fucking bitch. Saved. Is your mind filled with anger, with humiliation at being toyed with? I'm grateful. God, I see I wouldn't be able to have my revenge any other way. I had your little sister shot to death, and I've been doubled over laughing behind your back for a whole year. You can't stand it, right? It's so pathetic. It makes you mad, right? Engrave that anger and humiliation into your heart. That might do at least a little to soothe my Liz's sadness. Madness. No hits. No hits. No hits. Whew. Gotta be safe. And Saul so empty, so foolish. Is that hideous smile of yours the same one that used to be on my face? You've surpassed the point of anger and sadness now. But even so, I cannot forgive you. It is enough that we two alone become demons of revenge. Why we don't need any more. Bang bang, baby. I'm down for anyone winning here. I only win in this fight. I only win. I'm happy. It only took 8 fucking years for him to be not stupid. Christ. Nice. Another one like that. Oh god. I got that. Fuck off. A single bullet struck Richard's shoulder. I was gonna have to keep dodging until the end. It was scripted! The distraction was more than enough to become fatal. Ugh. Man, he got fucking pumped. Gabriel emptied all the bullets left in his mag into Richard's chest. Yeah. Fucking mag dumped him. Blech. Even so, Richard didn't fall over, but continued to glare at Gabriel. but eventually a single clump of blood poured from the thin line of his mouth. Richard's eyes went wide, shedding tears of blood, and he fell forward. It was a pitiful end, one that a man made reckless by revenge could not hope to avoid. By the time the door was unlocked with a master key, the subordinates poured in through it. Because Richard had locked the door, none of them had been able to enter before. Major, are you safe? Primavera's consigliere, Richard Mayugi, came to pay me a visit in person. I welcomed him with champagne with a lead cork, but it seems not to have been to his liking. It's such a relief to see that you're safe. How'd he sneak in here? Anyway, contact the police. We are the police. Indeed. Let us finish up after cleaning up after the police have documented the incident. Forgive me, everyone, but I ask that you help with the cleanup. The subordinates dashed out of the room in their respective directions. Just one person went against the flow and entered the room. Hey, Butler. Hey there, Phil. Thanks for the unexpected surprise. Well, now, let's hear what you have to say. Butler ignored him, walking up to where Richard lay and crouched down. It was clear by now. Butler had rescued Richard from the graveyard, told him the truth, and encouraged him to assassinate Gabriel. But unfortunately, it hadn't worked. Oh, if Butler has that gun in his hand, just picks it up and just fucking domes him. Too bad, Phil. All I did was reward Richard a little for his friendship. Oh? Butler picked up a handgun that Richard held, along with the hand holding it. At the next instant, the crisp sound of gunfire rang out. He probably couldn't have aimed well, but even so, the bullet accurately pierced Gabriel's neck. Based! Fucking king! Planned, bitch! When Gabriel, stunned, realized that he'd been shot, a red splash poured out. Ah, suck my dick. God, him dying feels so good. Yeah, Major, what was that gunfire just now? Eat shit and die. Seems Richard was still breathing. He must have pulled the trigger with the last of his strength. Major, someone get the stretcher immediately. Yeah, go get the stretcher. Gabriel was still conscious, though it was fading, but anyone could tell the wound was fatal. Eat shit and die, you piece of shit. Ignoring the panicked men, Butler kneeled next to Gabriel, where Gabriel lay, holding his neck. How does it feel? So, the time has come for me to return to heaven. You ain't going anywhere but hell. How strange. I could swear that there's something left I need to do. I won't forgive you. How could you do that to Ange? What are you talking about? Good. The curtains on Gabriel's vengeful life quietly closed along with his eyelids. The end of that performance was welcomed by no applause, not for Richard, nor Gabriel, nor Butler. Butler stood up, turned his back on everything, and sobbed, choking on sad tears. And so the curtain finally fell on the crazy day of October 23rd, 1950. It fell on those 4 fierce, mad years, where Madame Rose had raced about. The Rose Guns days. On that day, Madame Rose disappeared from the stage of the criminal underworld, where she had claimed to support mutual cooperation between countrymen, only to change and force tyranny on the city folk. Amakawa Jun, the only one to inherit the blood of old Amakawa Shoten, the famous man of old Edogawa, rose up to defeat the oppression. The people were excited by the arrival of Jean Amakawa, their savior, and they welcomed her, just as they had welcomed Rose after she had defeated Caleb. After that, Jean Amakawa took the name Madame Jean and took control of Primavera. So I'm assuming Butler's sister died. How could he do that to Angel? The marriage broke up. Obviously something happened to her. I don't know what. I mean, it wasn't Gabriel, 100%. You wouldn't kill your hostage. So it'd have to be someone else that doesn't care about killing people. And I wonder who that could be. She once again proclaimed the cause of forming a society of mutual assistance between countrymen, the one Rose had once espoused. A new page of history began on that day. Oh my god, all of the points! Jesus. Did I break 2 mil? No. That's just fucking garbage. That's why I didn't break 2 mil. Christ. Madame Rose willingly accepted the role of the villain so that I could inherit her influence smoothly. As the time passed, when people grew used to the name of Madame John, I gave instructions to those involved not to mention the name of Madame Rose whenever possible. It was what she herself had wanted. In her later years, when she had nearly lost her confidence and thought she might not be suited to being Madame, she'd been ashamed at the thought of leaving a record of herself behind. I want to disappear from history because I was never the person for the job in the first place. Sad. So I acted in accordance with the last words. Madame Rose's existence was treated like a dark part of history, and it vanished from the memories of the people. So that she would be able to rest in peace. And that leaves me with one question. If Madame Rose said with her last words that she wanted to be forgotten, then why are you now abandoning that promise? You respected her just so much. Oh, I have no intention of abandoning it. After all, Madame Rose's existence will remain forgotten as long as you don't write an article about it. Even advisor Uedera let out a mysterious laugh. They've been throwing me for a loop. After all, I've been sure they wanted me to publish Madame Rose's great work so that the people would appreciate her once again. Jesus fucking Christ! They're looking for a successor! You dumb motherfucker! What do you think? However, when they say it like that, it's as though they're telling me not to tell anyone about the story I've been hearing for the last 2 years. It's almost like they're planning for you to take over. The car had left the highway long ago and was now racing down a narrow, desolate country road. It was a rural area with no houses or cars coming in the opposite direction or any trace of human activity. There was a sign of anyone, other than their car and the cars of guards accompanying them. Eventually, a place that seemed to be their destination came into sight. It was a graveyard. However, when I saw that graveyard, I felt a shocking sense of deja vu. You had to kill me here. No! After all, this place was... I see a dead body. I've gone to pay a visit to the grave today. A visit to Madame Rose's grave. Well, I mean, yeah, she was a little older than you, and yeah, obviously. I don't think she actually died that day. I don't believe it. But this place is... Julie, watch your step. Welcome, Julie. I didn't know what was going on anymore. However, as my heart beat fiercely, I was able to make a certain guess. Julie, the story isn't over yet. In the church, Madame Rose pointed her gun at me, trying to determine whether I had the resolve to be Madame. I supposedly shot her to death there, but... Of course that was a lie, existing in order to build the story of me taking her down. Of course she didn't fucking kill her. So Madame Rose lived. Yeah, she's right here! What? That would be fucking nuts. Even Madame John couldn't possibly have served as Madame without learning anything from her predecessor. Even after Rose supposedly died, she secretly remained in Primavera, passing her knowledge to Madame John. Julie, even you once held a grudge towards your predecessor, who retired from your company without passing any of her experience on. It may be true, but why here? After all, this place is... After passing everything on to me, carrying out all her responsibilities, she quietly disappeared. She went far from Tokyo and never returned to C23 again. When that happened, she finished her life as Rose Hayabara, and she set off a new life with a new name. You don't mean then? She's my mom. Not mom, but she's related to me. When Misaki Rose Hayabara changed her name, she took a new family name, Hayashibara. You know who Hayashibara Misaki is, don't you? That's... After all, this is the grave of my family. The Hayashibara family. Oh my god! My mom was crazy! If only. This is the grave where Grandpa and Grandma rest. Based. Here lies Hayashibara Kotaro and Misaki. That is... All the strength left my body. How the fuck did they know? I slumped over in front of my grandmother's grave, and I finally understood why she had chosen me to tell me this long, long tale. I received Primavera from Madame Rose and continued to raise it. I'ma give it back. I built up power, so that we would be able to survive in the international society that would surely arise when our countrymen were mixed in with foreigners in this land. Starting that day, I continued building up the 3 forms of power so that I could pass on the strength needed to build a society of mutual assistance between countrymen. Influence, wealth. I've built up plenty of those three forms of power, bringing Primavera to completion. That ends my role. Now our future countrymen just need to inherit this, aim for their ideals, and pass everything on into the future again. But if you say something like that so suddenly, Madame Rose, the time has finally come to return Primavera to you after you left it in my care. A new generation will blaze a trail through a new era. It's possible that the ideals we proclaimed here already become old and outdated. However, you must not waste the power that we've built up for the sake of our future. I'm sure it will prove useful for bringing the new generation to their new ideals. Yeah, and by the way, Leo's 100% her fucking dad. No way. Whoever's John's kid is, that's Leo's too. It's impossible. Meryl's kid? Same thing. I can never fill such a huge role if Zell has any. What are you talking about? How can you be inferior to Madame Rose, as one who is far more knowledgeable than her, and has studied much more? We have no intention of making you bear all the burden alone. I, old dog Wayne, will support you as long as I draw breath. Advisor Udera. Julie, allow me to honestly apologize for all my rudeness thus far. Taratsugu. Ever since I was born, I was raised while being told I would someday serve Madame Rose's descendants. Ha! I was born so that I could serve you. Taratsugu, are you fucking kidding me? Fear not. We won't suddenly start calling you Madame Julie today. That comes tomorrow. Just as Madame Rose passed her experience to me over a long time, I will lead you hand in hand as well. But the most all I can do is serve tea. I can't even do my job that well. Well, I worked at a bakery where I couldn't do my job very well either. It's okay, Julie. It's not as though you absolutely have to become Madame. In the new era, it feels as though Primavera isn't needed. You can have it dissolved, or do anything else deemed necessary. It's easy to give up influence. The money can be donated somewhere. After all, no one would complain to hear that a criminal organization was dissolved. However, if those 3 powers can be of use somehow, please make use of them. That's the only way that we of the previous century's generation can make up for our sin. The sin of forcing you, the younger generation, to live through the hardship you face today. I don't know what I should do. then maybe you should take a moment to consider it seriously. Worrying about such things is the only job for the main character of an era. Memed. I mean, she's got to take it, obviously. December 31st, 2013, a half century in the future after Madame Rose's era. It becomes Madame Rose's era once again. The batons of the runners racing it through each era was once again being passed on to the young. I mean, no one's technically ever ready. It's entirely up to us to make use of it, kill it or throw it away. We sometimes lament that our future has been decided by the old. However, that's just abandoning responsibility. The path leading to our future and the future of our countrymen is always in the hands of us young people. Yo, fucking woke, dude. Holy shit. Now you're making me feel bad. What a fucking story! God, it was so good. Yeah, Shishigami Kotaro. Leo getting it! Surprised they took her name. Whatever. That's how fucking Japan can be, I guess. Let's go, baby. That was such a fucking good shit. Good ass story. And it's actually super, super different with how it usually is. Like, because usually on these stories, they don't really focus on prostitutes. That's usually not a story that's told. So it's really interesting to see that different kind of spin on something. Especially with a criminal organization being portrayed as a good, trying to do good things in a political environment. And in making these pretty complex political moves. That for the most part were really well done. Of fucking course, like Richard and shit, doesn't know what he's doing. Which is why you should never, never, never have like an authoritarian dictatorship like that. Because what it does, it creates this isolation in a triangle effect. Not in like a triangle effect where you just get more and more at the top and you're just cutting people away because you can only trust yourself at the end of the day. And you end up having no allies at the end. You die alone. And that's what happened to Richard. Fucking bread, dude. And I think it portrayed that really, really well. I fucking ragged on him forever. But like, he was well written in that sense, but he was just so infuriating. Because he could just do so much better. But this was like a super fun story to do. Couldn't imagine not fucking blazing through this. Imagine taking fucking like time off during this. Jesus, I couldn't imagine. It was just so well done, so well executed. Just fun all around. 140, 3 sharpshooter, 4 aces, 0 straight flushes this round, 7 juggernauts, 17 million points. Almost 20 mil. Almost 20 mil. 17 million score. It's got to be like after credit stuff. Hell yeah. They did it last time. I want to see a slightly older Julie quitting her job. Julie, they finished in the second meeting room, so could I ask you to clean up? Nah, get fucking bent, bitch. Julie, it was you, wasn't it? You forgot that folder in the server room. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Come on, you're always like that. That's why we people still don't treat you like an adult. Fuck off. Spring 2014. Several months have passed since I received that dramatic confession. As usual, I'm serving tea at the Tokyo branch of the Hong Kong Daily News. Until the previous year, I was treated sort of like a special employee, since I'd formed a special relationship with a VIP from the criminal underworld. After all that, I'd ended up shelving all the interviews I've done during those 2 years. All the credit I might have earned disappeared, and the treatment I received changed abruptly. Yeah, because now it looks like you're just lazing about. There was no helping it. That entire tale was told to me alone. Out of respect to Madame Rose's will, I decided not to release the details of her tale lightly. I feel feel like you could have like made an amendments and stuff. May talked about John. So, I was branded as a useless person who just drank tea and talked with an old lady for 2 whole years without any scoops to show for it. There you go. I was treated as a person who had stolen her salary for 2 whole years. Well, it was a failure so big that I could easily have been fired. However, perhaps because of my position as a rare specimen, a Japanese employee, I somehow managed to avoid being fired. Well, yeah, maybe because of all that, I was totally stuck serving tea forever. I probably wouldn't be able to return to the life I longed for, the life of a journalist, for some time. Well, for now, I'll get serious and give it my all. It's not so bad after all. I'm the only one who gets to leave the office at the scheduled time. Julie really has it good, getting to leave at a normal time. There's no helping it because she's not sued to be a journalist. Go ahead and whisper behind my back, girls. No, girls, oops. It doesn't matter. Well, getting bullied so older employees can let off steam is one of the jobs of a rare specimen like me. Yeah, nothing like getting bullied. Well then, I'll be leaving first. In times like this, when I have to pretend to be in a hurry and don't leave with everyone else, that make me hate working here. Why are you trying to show off how hard you're working to me? I'm not the one paying your salary. Heck, I wish I were. I'd give you all D rankings and tear you apart. Grumbling, grumbling. Well, when the chime rings, my job is done. My job is mocked. Rare specimen tea server will be over. I'll just clock out right away, yep. Outside, the evening air was refreshing. Now I need to go get fucked. Hey, boys. I take it back. Looks like I don't have time for that. At that moment, one of my coworkers was returning to our company. By taxi, not train. Good work. Oh, Julie, you're leaving now. Must be nice to go home at an early time, huh? By the way, sorry, but could you turn in this receipt even if it's tomorrow? It's such a pain to do. Pardon me, miss. If you have business with Julie, please do it during work hours. Also, please refer to Julie as San, at least, outside of work. No, please don't mind them. They're just a little crazy. I have a crazy boyfriend, okay? Let's go, Julie. Issues with the other party made us push forward our schedule. What was on today's schedule again? First, we're going to Ginza. That Howdy couture dress has been completed, so you'll have to change into that. After that, we'll rush you to the location of the ceremony. The madam will greet all the guests. One of the guests will be the CEO of the main Hong Kong branch of the Hong Kong Daily News. When he learned you were working for their Tokyo branch, he said something about how he'd especially be interested in meeting you. That might just be perfect. Hey, about that receipt just now. I'll submit it, okay? I'm pretty sure it'll be accepted. Uh-huh. Thank you. You guys are crazy. When I was suddenly told to become Madame Julie, I sort of thought it would be fun, like some Cinderella dream, but that was totally wrong. No, because it's a fucking business shit. During the day, I was a clumsy tea server who had been shunted out of the way. At night, I'm a princess of the criminal underworld. It's enough to make me go insane. To be perfectly honest, I'm still clueless about this future of our countrymen thing. Still, according to Madame John, there's only because I'm lacking in my studies. If I keep studying like this, I wonder if I'll ever feel as a madam sense of responsibility and become able to understand the ideals they pass down. Honestly, it still doesn't feel real. However, I'd like to keep on studying. After all, this is the power leading to the future, which our countrymen of the past gave us. It's up to us to decide whether we use it or let it rot. Eventually, well, even I become Madame Julie. I doubt I could really take on such a role, not without a proper partner as cool and reliable as Leo Shishigami. You mean someone to fuck? That's literally all Leo was for. By the way, I took 7 ultra rares and beat up that brat who kept attacking you all the time, Julie. He sent a message to apologize and said he'd stop trolling you, so I'll copy paste that to you. I'm uber reliable, aren't I? Oh, needing leftover rares? I'm not collecting Slug Knights, so I'll send you one over. Advisor Wadera, please pass your future down to a better knight than this. I can't bear to have my knight be such a frivolous social network game addict. Nah, you want it. Trust me. We all know. God. What a meme. But, like, I seriously can't imagine not liking this story. Like, it's just a lot more unique than, like, most stories, I feel like. And it's just good. It has great themes, it has great characters. Fuck Keith still. He's still a piece of fucking garbage. Hate him. I'm glad he fucking was crying after he fucking realized how insane he was. It's actually crazy. Him and Richard? Nah, fuck him. But like, what to say? I feel like a lot of people just write off stories about women who do, you know, sex work and shit like that because a lot of people just disrespect it, just naturally speaking. Because people just look down on it, down talk it, blah, 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 blah. All that kind of stuff. It's just so common. And it's probably really disgusting when someone's like, oh, wow, they're actually good. What do you mean actually good? As if, like, it's, like, required and expected that they are this pure whatever. So I'm glad this story put it in a really positive light, so no one can really give that excuse. I'm sure there's some people that are like, fuck all the girls in this story. It was only good when the guys were on. Jerk themselves off or something. But I think it was really interesting, especially in a work like this, especially set in the time period it was, that they put the women in such a positive light and an intelligent light as well. Because that's super uncommon, especially during the times and given the times. Because we even saw some of the sexist remarks about how stupid they were, how they don't know how to run anything. Stuff like that. It was just really well done, well executed. And it was just an overall really wonderful story. I really liked it. Underrated story, in fact. And it's like nice and to the point too, with only 4 chapters. Because as much as like Higurashi and Umineko are good, but like having just 4 chapters is really nice. So you don't like overstay your welcome. You get in, you get out. You get a good story, you get out. Don't let it deteriorate. Put up good shit. Nice. What's special? Hell yeah. Fuck off. What the fuck? Wait, is it really just gonna... What? Oh, okay, no, it's just... Oh, are we just getting the timeline? I have no idea. I thought we were actually just gonna get the fucking... Speaking of... And go through it. Is this just like an evolution? I don't know what's happening right now, okay? I saw special and I lizard brained it. Still fuck right now, okay? Overrated. Oh god, it's still a banger. Tale of tragedy and comedy. Yeah, it's who doesn't know? And wait, did this come out first? And the sound of the curtain call draws near. On a new tale. I don't know what they're announcing here. This is weird. I guess this was like a remake. Like they announced the remake or whatever. Yeah. Oh god. Ew. The returning performance. Turns to tragedy once more. Hey, why don't you play these extra stuff? Stop it! Go away! No! Leave me alone! I'm just getting fucking chased down the street. Jesus. Anyways. What's the score? I need to see. Oh my god. So we went from 4 million to 13. Holy shit. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. So 1 to 4, or 4 to 7. So it's a little less than what we'd expect. We'd expect 9 million. Then 7 to 13. Huge increase. That's a huge spike. Oh god, I only had 13 overkills. Crazy. 53. I just had better stats and everything. 10 juggernauts. I had so many good stats here, and I still fucked it up. No straight flushes, though. Nice. But anyways, 13 to 17, 4 million, 4.2 million. Which, second worst improvement. Interesting. Fucking beat 17 million. Fuck it. Hyped up. Anyways, I'm gonna call that good. I had a lot of fun with this story. I hope everyone who stuck around watched it. Also had really fun with the story. I don't know what I'm gonna do next yet. I didn't plan on this finishing so damn fucking quick, okay? I was hoping at least for another like 3 weeks. But no, of course not. So I'm gonna have to go find something to do. In the meantime, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'm signing out, and gonna take a nap. Love you all. See you next time.